From a culture, right? I'm gonna talk about something that's entrepreneurial. This is gonna go on my entrepreneur business playlist, a dog. So just hear me out. Just so for me, I gotta talk about Jack Ma, a dog. He's the co-founder of Tao. I think it's Taobao, Alibaba, a dog. So he's a e-commerce CEO. I just want to talk about a story, like it's initial start of the story. I mean, if you don't know Jack Ma, he's an entrepreneur from China. He's a great specimen to be studied. I think for me, like a lot of time when I watched this documentary, but I've read some articles. But his story is amazing, dog. Here is a person. His name is Jack Ma, Alibaba Taobao. So the stories has so much, it has so much value to provide on how anybody from a unknown place, an unknown person could make a lot of success. So I gotta talk about this person, man. He's from China, Jack Ma. So hear me out, and I think it's an important story to understand about entrepreneurship, hustle, sweat equity, a dog, and putting the work in, and the journey of an entrepreneur, a dog. Just hear me out. So Jack Ma, people don't know, but Jack Ma, they feel like Jack Ma, was born like to a wealthy family, a dog. Like he came from like a family that had a lot of wealth, and he was like this person that a lot of people knew from his childhood. Nah, bro, a dog, Jack Ma was born like really poor, a dog. He had a story of like humble beginnings, a man, homie. That people could relate, a man. So with Jack Ma, like he, when he was like young, like I'm talking about his early childhood, like before the age of 10, or you know around those ages, a dog. He used to ride his bicycle to go see the tourist, the American tourist, a dog, and all tourists like that could speak English, a dog, and he would go try to learn the language in China. So he would get his bicycle ride off and meet these people, talk to them, see what's popping, and then learn to speak the language by conversing with the tourist that came and visited China, like where he's from, some part of China. Now the thing is, he had a lot of failures. I mean, he got I was listening to a video on YouTube, a dog. He got like 25 times he applied for KFC, a dog. They were not having it, a dog. They said, you know what, he's got rejected off job offers, a job he applied for. They said, nah, we don't want to employ you. Then he applied for university to Harvard. They declined him. I think a few other things happened, a lot of like failures and rejections and failures and rejection, and then he went to the States. I think it was like late 90s, like 2000. I think around those time, dog. And he literally went and came back and he said, I'm going to start a company. I'm going to start a company. At the time, I think it was not called Alibaba, but he started to start a company. And he, had got a group of people, like about 20, 30 people, I think, in a room, a dog. And he was trying to, talk to these people, trying to sell his idea of this e-commerce company of selling products, because he probably looked at Amazon and said, I could do something similar in China, a dog, because there's a lot of products. If you see a lot of products made in China, bro. So what he did was, a dog, he literally said, you know what, I'm gonna start a company to provide value, but I'm gonna have these people, these vendors, I think they're called. Vendors are people that sell products in this company to make money. He went and had this 20, 30 people. He's talking to them about his idea, like he's just pitching his company, and out of the everybody, man, a lot of people walked away. A lot of people left the room. There was only him, another person, another two people, and everybody else said this idea ain't gonna work, a dog. Like this, everybody's doing this. What's so new about your idea, a dog? And a lot of people walked off, and then that's that. So for him, what's important? It's raining, a dog. I gotta get somewhere else, bro. I had to get it done out here, a dog. So this is what happened, bro. Like, so Jack Ma went and pitched up his idea to a lot of people when he came back from the United States of America, to talk about his company. I think it was called Taobao. And a lot of people walked off. Out of those 20, 30 people, a lot of people walked off saying, this never gonna work. Your idea is nothing new. And a lot of time it's built on, it's quite windy up here, dog. So a lot of time it's a lot of people doing the same stuff. I think you're just lost in the clouds. You're crazy. Your innovation has no substance. It's not of quality. A lot of things were said, and then here's a person, and a lot of people walked out on his idea, dog. And then he said, you know what? I'm still gonna continue building this e-commerce company called Alibaba now, dog. And out of those people, all those people that walked off, right? Two people stayed on the company. Imagine that those people's lives now compared to all those people that walked off on an opportunity. So the story of this A dog, it's important because when Jack Ma had all these people walk off, he could have just been like, "Hey, bro, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work because a lot of people question your intellectual capacity when it comes to entrepreneurship or business, A dog. So if you're trying to build something, you got this vision of building a successful company or just any company, like it doesn't have to be like national company, like international company, like or it doesn't have to be like a national company in China. It could be just a small business. A lot of people's gonna count you out, A dog. So you gotta just understand something. You gotta see the long-term perspective, but you gotta see a lot of people that's gonna come up when you're trying to build something, A dog, and they're gonna have a problem with you trying to build something, especially if it's an e-commerce company or AI company. You're an entrepreneur. You're trying to pitch this idea to investors or venture, was it VCs, venture capitalist people, A dog, like because a lot of these investors might say, "Hey, bro, your idea is great, but I don't see how it's manageable with trying to build a long-term company, A dog." So you gotta do, bro. If you're an entrepreneur, you gotta just see what's popping. A lot of people's gonna talk nonsense. A lot of people's gonna say it's not gonna work. A lot of people's gonna walk out on you. A lot of people's gonna ghost you, A dog. And then there is you as an entrepreneur, gotta make this work. You gotta make this work because you see the value you're trying to provide. I think Jack Ma, when he started his company, A dog, he saw the value that he can provide for his consumers, A dog. Because I know for him, like he knew that there was like a lot of commodities that was to be sold on Alibaba or Taobao, I think it was called. Jack Ma saw the long-term vision of the company, like as an entrepreneur, because he probably educated and he got rejected a lot of times, bro. Like I mean, Jack Ma probably got rejected a lot of times. It's like Abraham Lincoln, A dog, one of the United States president, A dog. He got rejected so many times, A dog. His lover passed away. He had like nervous breakdown, A dog. Dang, homie, bro. So, hey dog, my homie, my drama culture, hey dog, I gotta just be able to talk to you, bro. Look, you gotta just be able to see, man. Jack Ma, like, as an entrepreneur, said, you know what? I'm gonna see the long-term perspective of this company, hey dog. It's called Taobao, now it's called Alibaba. It's like one of the biggest e-commerce company, hey dog. Just like, Jeff Bezos, hey dog, trying to build Amazon, selling books at, like in his, I think it was in his crib, like trying to get books and trying to like send it to people. And people thought, how is Amazon gonna become from a bookstore to a global company that goes delivers stuff? And now he's working with Jones, A dog. It's possible. So Jack Ma, being an entrepreneur, when 20 out of those 20, 30 people that was in this conference room walked off, and there was only 2, 3 people that remained, I think, A dog. He saw the long-term vision versus the short-term loss these potential investors were gonna have. So what he said was, "Hey, bro, like I'm gonna just like say, you know what? Fuck everybody. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm an entrepreneur. I gotta make this work. I see the value this company, Alibaba, in the future was called, A dog, can provide," and he just stuck on. So I'm saying, so why is the story important? To summarize the whole thing about Alibaba, like here was a man who did not know how to speak English. He was born in a poor family. He spent most of his life being rejected and failure, A dog. A lot of people counting him out. He's the underdog. And why is it important? It's important because here's a story of a phenomenon, which is the unknown person becomes a known person and becomes a person of value. So what you gotta understand is, A dog, like why it's important is because hey, my Tama community, you could be out there building something, creating something, canvas painting. I know shawties, like cute shawties who does canvas painting. They do artwork, they sculpt stuff. Like, you know, when the clay, you gotta like push your fingers and make a sculpture, right, dog? Like, you know, model. So the thing is, you could be working on some projects, dancing. Like, you could be out in the West End, or I don't know, it's West End theater, like, you know, trying to do this drama, like trying to do some auditions, hey, dog. A lot of people, when you're doing this, a lot of people can't see the vision. They can't see what you're trying to do, because a lot of people can't see that, because they can't see what you're trying to do, because a lot of people can't see what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to project their nonsense and their insecurities onto you, and you could be onto something. You could be out there trying to build something, hey, dog. Like this Jacob Brown official brand. I know this is gonna pop. I'm gonna be traveling to countries, meeting entrepreneurs, successful millionaires, and probably billionaires. It'd be great to meet Bill Gates, hey, dog. But I gotta keep it honest, bro. Why is the story great, hey, dog? I'm too hot, hey, dog. Fuck, man. It's like it's warm. So why is the story important? Because it's important because here is a story of what pure perseverance, because it's pure perseverance. If you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to build something, and a lot of people can't see your value, or they think that you're not a person of value based on how you look, or where you're from, or who you are, how you sound, hey, dog. But you got pure perseverance, no tech. This is Jack Ma's story. Pure perseverance, no tech, and absolute belief, delusional belief it's gonna work, versus I don't know, versus like a massive group of people saying it's not gonna work, and you see it's gonna work. That's why it's important. And I talked about this earlier on with my other content I made. They asked the CEO of ChatGPT, which is a artificial intelligence AI company, hey, dog. They asked the ChatGPT CEO, what's the one thing that makes someone highly successful? The ChatGPT CEO says it's delusional belief that it's gonna work. It's gonna work versus a lot of people telling you it can't work. That's what makes a company highly successful, a person highly successful. The most highly successful entrepreneurs, Larry Ellison, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, you take Mark Cuban, dog, Jeff Bezos, you take great entrepreneurs, Jack Ma, like, you take entrepreneurs after entrepreneurs, right? Great one is Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, dog. You see these companies, study these companies, a lot of time these people had delusional belief, absolute delusional belief it's gonna work, versus a lot of people say it's not gonna work. And that's how you become a highly successful person in an industry. Because I'm 32 and a lot of people don't see me having a lot of success, does not mean in a couple years I'm not gonna have a lot of success. I'm gonna have a lot of success. I put the work in, and I hope my trauma community keep on carrying on putting pure work in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, you're one opportunity away from someone giving you an opportunity, but I'm building a brand that's gonna stretch global. I wanna go to countries and, you know, talk conferences about how I built this company, hey, dog. I'm gonna be a successful person, and I wanna do a lot of great work with a lot of other great entrepreneurs in the UK, in other parts of Europe and stuff. But for me, we all got a starting point, and everybody's afraid to start, but you gotta start, bro. Hey, big dog, you gotta start, bro. You gotta start, big dog. I gotta be honest, man. You gotta get it, bro. Like, you gotta do it while people not watching you. You gotta do some self-education, some learning, while people not giving a fuck about you. And then when you become a person where people give a fuck about you, that's when you're a person of value, hey, dog. Don't forget it, man. Go get it, hey, dog. Big dog, go get it. Man, I gotta get it.